Leadership. The definition of leadership is a process by which a person influences others to accomplish an objective and directs the organization in a way that makes it more cohesive and coherent. Throughout the educational leadership program, I have seen what it means to be a great leader. I have grown so much in the way I teach my classes, the way I coach, and how involved I've become at my school. One of the things that has been at the forefront of my school district is integrating technology into our curriculum. I have been fortunate enough to be taking the technology, culture, and learning class at the same time that my school has emphasized technology. I have stepped up and created a few websites for my physical education department, my softball team, and the Oshkosh North Civility Project. The physical education website has opened up the lines of communication for the parents and students to see what their student is doing in PE class. This website is in its infancy stage, but I hope to expand it and to get all teachers and students using it and on board. This is what my PE2 page looks like. The student would be able to look at all of the units we are doing, and if they needed to contact the teacher, their email addresses are on there, and we also have all of the study guides available for the students to print out if they lost one or were absent from school. The softball website is a little bit more advanced. In this website, I have calendars, game schedules, all of my contact information. We also will be doing clothing orders right online. So this helps out my players get information they need without having to come see me face to face. If there is something I need to get out to the players or parents, I can leave an announcement on the page, which makes it very easy to for anybody who wants to stay in the know with the softball team. The next website I made was for the Oshkosh North Civility Group. In our school, we have professional learning communities, PLCs, and I was selected to be in the civility group. We are a group that is based off of the Oshkosh Civility Project in the city of Oshkosh. The website has calendars of events. We have announcements, articles, videos, and we actually connect to the Oshkosh Civility Project website where you can download and print off this poster, the speaker piece poster. You can go to their website and you can sign the pledge. The next thing is my leadership philosophy. For my leadership philosophy, I made it into a Wordle. And with a Wordle, the words you use the most are the biggest. And as you can see by looking at my Wordle, the biggest words are students, leaders, schools, important, and opportunities. I believe the students are why we do what we do. It is important for leaders to lead according to the need of your followers. Leadership. A process by which a person influences others to accomplish an objective and directs the organization in a way that makes it more cohesive and coherent. The next thing I will be talking about is my goals and dispositions. Goal number 1. Envision and guide organizational change. As I reflect on goal number 1, I have realized that I am able to change my students' lives. I have researched bullying in my applied research course and have become involved in the Oshkosh North Civility Project. It is incredible how confidence and a positive attitude can change not only my class, but my whole school. Goal number 2, communicate effectively, engage constitutes, develop people, and build community. Throughout the program, I have felt that I have improved greatly in this aspect of my professional life. I'm now willing to share my ideas and feelings without feeling that I'm going to quote-unquote rock the boat. I think that I have created a trusting and open relationship with my coworkers, and we now feel comfortable with bouncing ideas off of each other. I have also noticed great improvement in my leadership role models at school. The new principal has placed great importance on having an open communication between teachers and administrators. Goal number 3, advocate and promote equality for diverse populations and respect for individuals. This might be the goal that I have really focused on these last few years. I have researched bullying in schools, created a survey, created a first day of school bullying activity, created a Oshkosh North Civility website, and become a coordinator in the Oshkosh North Civility group. I feel like it is very important for teachers, coaches, and adults in general to show students how we need to accept every student no matter how different they are. Goal number 4, integrate theory, data, research, and ethical standards into context of one's practice through continuous learning. My journey through this program has taught me that I'm not even close to knowing everything. I need to continue to research ideas, theories, and concepts that will help me become a better teacher and a professional educator. I believe that I am just at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to researching topics that interest me. I hope to continue on where I started in applied research. I would love to get more involved in why bullying happens in schools and how we can solve this epidemic. Disposition 1. Values change as the source of opportunity for improvement. I believe this program has been very beneficial when it comes to preparing me for change. We all know what happened this last February with politics in Wisconsin. My school was not left out from the chaos. Now we are all getting ready for a big change in the way we teach, the way students learn, and the way we are treated as teachers. I have learned through this program that if something were to happen in my job that would require me to look elsewhere, I will be okay, and I will find something new. Change is not bad. Disposition number 2. Displays the ability to understand people and relationships and is receptive to the ideas of others. I've always tried to be empathetic to all of my students and the people I work with. Of course, I'm not perfect, but I do try and give students and my peers the benefit of the doubt. I believe one thing that has really opened my eyes to this was being a leader in the Oshkosh North Civility group. I heard stories about students who have gone through a challenge day at their school. Other teachers talked about how powerful it was to hear what kids go through every day. I have begun to understand that although some students are just not great at school and don't care, others are trying, but they have so much going on at home that their priorities are different. Bringing PE clothes or getting a permission slip signed is not a top priority to some students. Disposition number 3. My experience with making accommodations for students is changing every day. You have to change what you teach and how you teach with each and every student. I always am amazed that my lessons change from year to year, semester to semester, class to class, and student to student. You can plan all you want, but a good teacher knows how to be flexible and accommodating. Disposition number 4. As I discussed in the second disposition, being involved in the Oshkosh North Civility Project has really opened my eyes as to what students have to go through on a daily basis. The stories I have heard makes it so that I feel so happy when they are at school. Their priorities might be working, taking care of their brothers and sisters, finding a hot meal, a place to sleep, taking care of their parents. It just shows that no matter what, there is a story behind every student, that their time at school might be the only safe time they get during the day. Disposition number 5. I believe that people are I believe that people are designed to do the right thing. I look back on how I saw my teachers in school and who were the good ones and who were the bad ones. When I ask myself what made the good ones good, I remember them always being fair and doing what seemed like the right thing to do. I want my students to look back on my class in the way I taught as being fair and ethical in every way. Every time there is a disturbance in my classroom, I always reflect on what I could have done to make the situation better or not happen at all. Reflection is the key to learning from your experiences to make yourself a better teacher and person. Disposition number 6. With the end of the master's program a couple weeks away, I am reminded of the importance of this program. I look back to when I started. I felt burnt out and I was displeased with my job at the time. After being in the program, I felt hopeful and rejuvenated in the teaching field. I hope that after this program I continue to have opportunities to learn as much as I can about education or whatever else I feel interested in learning about. Those are my goals and dispositions for the end of the program. The next thing we'll talk about is my research. The research topic that I chose for my applied research class was about bullying. It was the extent of bullying prevention program success in schools. Reading the abstract, the purpose of this study is to find out if the current program in place at schools to decrease incidents of bullying actually does decrease incidents. This study will use 2 methods to collect data, survey research method, as well as a grounded theory research method. The researcher will collect data from previous studies and data from surveys answered by the researcher's students and coworkers. The researcher will send surveys home with students in sophomore physical education class. The survey will include a cover letter that explains the survey and that this is not part of the physical education class, and parental consent forms that the students must turn in to the office in a Dropbox before completing the survey. The students will take the survey home and fill it out. There will be no class time devoted to this survey. The survey should take 5 to 10 minutes to complete. They will be asked to not use their name to ensure that their answers remain anonymous. They will be asked to place the survey in a locked Dropbox in the administrative office once they have parental consent turned in. The survey for administrators and teachers will be an online survey that will be emailed to all Oshkosh North High School teachers and administrators. The email will include a summary of the proposal and a description of how their answers will remain anonymous. The control group will not be denied best teaching methods in use in the Oshkosh area school district. The research question and sub-questions. To what extent do bullying programs decrease bullying incidents at Oshkosh North High School? Sub-question number 1. To what extent does teacher involvement in bullying programs decrease bullying incidents at Oshkosh North High School? Sub-question 2. To what extent does administrator involvement in bullying programs decrease bullying incidents at Oshkosh North High School? And question number 3. To what extent does student involvement in bullying programs decrease bullying incidents at Oshkosh North High School? The outcome. Unfortunately, when I was doing my research, I had one setback last spring. My IRB was not approved for the first time, and I had submitted my IRB the second time, and it was approved, but not in time for me to get the surveys out before school was over. I would love to continue the research I started on the bullying in schools because I think it's an interesting and important topic, and I hope to continue on with this research as I progress in my professional career. In conclusion, I've enjoyed every class I've taken in this Ed Leadership program, and I hope that I will use everything I have learned to make a difference in the lives of many. Thank you for listening to my presentation.